my friends. Let's learn something new today. Okay guys, let's have a look into today's lesson. And it's all about I used to, past habits and states. Welcome to our lesson on expressing past habits and states with used to. This structure helps us talk about things that were true before but aren't anymore. For instance, I used to live in London, or I used to have long hair when I was young, now I'm bald. Righto guys, let's dive into the lesson. Great, let's have a look what is first up. Oh, this is a very interesting photo. What is used to? Let's look into it. Firstly, it is talking about the past. Regular habits or situations that existed in the past. Secondly, we've got change. Something happened to change the situation. Because you used to do it, you're not doing it anymore. Right? Present. The habit or situation no longer exists now. For instance, like I said just now, I used to have long hair, but something happened, I lost all my hair, and now I'm bald. Used to emphasizes a contrast between past and present. It describes discontinued habits and changes. I used to drink Coca-Cola, but I don't drink Coke anymore. I prefer drinking water. Things like that. Okay, guys? Okay. Let's see what's coming up next. Structure of used to. Right? Yes, guys, it's important to always get the structure of your sentences and questions correct. Subject. I, you, she, we, they. Right? Used to, always this form. It never changes, right? And of course, the base verb, the simplest form without to. Remember, used to never changes form. The main verb always stays in the base form. That's a couple of important things to remember, guys. Really, it's even maybe worthwhile to make a note of everything over here, how to form the structure. Guys, forming the structure of your sentences and questions is very important in English. I've noticed a lot of places where I go in Southeast Asia that people don't form their sentences. The structure of the sentence is not formed correctly, and then you have to sit or stand trying to figure out what is this person really trying to say. Okay, let's have a look at the negative form. Didn't use to. Right. The structure, subject once again, plus didn't, use to, plus the base verb. Please note use, not used. Right? Okay, spelling note, here it comes. In negatives we write use, not used to, right? So we say use to. Common mistakes, don't say didn't used to. That's incorrect, right? The negative form tells us what was not true in the past, but might be true now. Okay, let's go and have a look at asking about past habits and states. That's, in other words, questions, right? Because you're asking a question. Righto, guys, let's have a look into it. Right, question, did. Start questions with did. Then the subject, include the person, you, they, I, whoever. Used to, note use, used to, not used to, righto? Same as in the negative form. The base verb, add the base form of the verb. Questions help us learn about past habits and states that have changed. Okay, we have done making sentences, positive and negative. We have also talked about questions, asking about past habits and states. So I think it is now time to see how much you have learned. So guys, there's a couple of sentences you need to complete. And like always, pause the video, take your time, and try and answer them as good as you possibly can. And like always, guys, I normally give you the first one. No exception, here it is. The very first one, they go to the beach every summer. They used to go to the beach every summer. Right, it's past. It's not a question, so we'll be saying used to go to the beach every summer? Righto, guys, now you're on your own. Take your time, please, and try and answer them as good as what you possibly can, guys. Be honest about it. To take a shortcut and to continue watching what the answers are, you won't be doing yourself any justice. So, guys, grab your notebook and start answering them.
Hey, you must pause the video.
Okay, I assume that you did pause the video and that you answered all these or completed all these sentences in your notebook, and that now you're very anxious to see how many you had correct. Righto, guys. Let's have a look at it. Check your answers. The very first one was given to you, so let's go look at number 2. He didn't used to like vegetables, right? He didn't like to use eating vegetables or whatever the case might be. Number 3, did you used to have long hair? And number 4, we used to live in an apartment, but now we're living in a house. Same over here, as most probably somebody has gone and cut their hair off short. Yes, because then you'll be asking, did you used to have long hair? Righto, guys. If you had, 4 out of 4. Wonderful, well done. Okay, now that you're a fundi, you know how to do it. Let's have a look at describing past habits and states. Childhood habits. I used to watch cartoons every Saturday. We used to play in the park after school. She used to collect stickers. Lifestyle changes. I used to eat fast food daily. He used to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. Wow, that is crazy. We used to live downtown, but now we're living uptown. Now, try creating your own sentences about things you used to do. Yes, guys, that's quite interesting. Maybe if you've got a friend nearby, or if you're working in a class, maybe make a team and start making some sentences. Grab your notebook and start making some sentences and discuss with others things that you used to do and things that you're not doing or things that you used to like. Righto, guys. Righto, guys, like always, when we reach the end of a lesson, we're going to be looking at our key takeaways, things that made the lesson worthwhile learning. Also, guys, you'll notice that I've cut down a lot on the amount of time the video will be taking, or the lesson will be. I'm cutting a lot down on the amount of work that you have to do in your notebook, as I see most people are just watching 1 or 2 minutes of the video. But however, should you want more work to do, you're welcome to put it in the comments, and I will start adding more work to do again. Righto, let's look at the key takeaways. Master the forms, positive, negative, and questions. Yes, guys, very important to get them correctly. Then remember the contrast. Past habits versus present reality. Practice regularly. Talk about your past habits. Yes, guys, it's a great thing to talk about your past habits, to practice talking in I used to do things, or what I didn't do and what I don't do today, whatever the case might be. And yes, it's just a great experience. You can create a whole conversation just by making a question of things that you used to do. Righto, guys. Once again, if you had them all correct, well done. You now understand how to use used to talk about past habits and states. Keep practicing these structures in your everyday English. And like I tell you every single time, guys, if you had them correct, please go out, treat yourself. It's psychologically, it just motivates you for the next lesson. You can't wait, because if you keep motivating yourself to do things, you can't wait for the next time it's going to come up for the next lesson, or whatever the case might be. Because when you're enjoying something, it's nice to do it, and you're looking forward to the next one. But when you don't enjoy something, or you don't feel you've achieved something by doing it, why are you going to do it? And of course, most important, man, don't forget, just buy the guy a cup of coffee that has made all this possible for you.